Is business a good human activity? To answer that question, let's bring ourselves to old human civilization. There are two neighbors, George and Ronald. Each of them takes care of their own needs and wants. George will hunt animals and do fishing for their food. George cultivates his land, plants vegetables, spices and trees for their food and clothing. It is actually the same thing that Ronald is doing. Ronald is also doing hunting, fishing and farming for his family. However, as time goes, George apparently becomes more proficient in hunting animals, while Ronald is more skillful in planting vegetable and spices. George needs vegetable and spices to cook the meat he obtained, so that George will not spend so much time, effort, and money in getting vegetables and spices. He chooses to obtain those items from Ronald through barter or by paying for it. Ronald becomes supplier of vegetables and spices not just to George but also to other neighbors who are in need of his products. Ronald learned that he can continue this type of activity by acquiring more capital. By getting larger funds, he can buy more land, purchase more equipment, hire people to work in farming, and of course, he can supply more goods and accommodate more customers. However, for him to stay with this activity, he needs to earn profit, and this is how the business started. For as long as people have needs and wants that need to be satisfied, there is always a business. Those who have capital will continue to produce and sell goods and services. That's why business is an activity that is part of human society. If economics, culture, religion, and politics are examined from moral perspective, the same thing must be applied to business. Business must also be examined from moral perspective. Without ethics, there will be no promotion of common good, no protection of individuals' interests, and no common understanding and agreement about what is right and what is wrong. Business deals with different groups of people such as customers, suppliers, employees, owners, and competitors. Without ethics, some rights are being violated and some values are being disrespected. Without ethics, customers will be victims of false advertising, suppliers will lie, and companies will suffer from unfair competition. These are only a few examples of unethical business activities. Now back to the question, is business a good human activity? The answer is yes, business is a good human activity. But it is the personal interest, selfish motive of corrupt and dishonest businessmen who don't have moral principles that make business bad.